Hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. BNB is it's quite a bit of a shocking chart, really. We have made a massive pump all the way up to around 390, well, nearly $400, right? And then came down crashing, really. But the special situation here is that we haven't broken that line of support. We've come down to it now. I think we've touched it 5 times now. If you know, had you, or 6 times, 5-6 times, had you just issued some long limit orders here at this level, then you could have just nicely traded this, because these are the key support areas, right? But of course you never know in advance. The important situation is that this is still generally one of the best charts in crypto. So we had here our wave 1 to the upside, and either wave 2 is already in and was already in here. But then the situation would be, this would be a 1, this would be a 2 that bottomed around 255. Then we would now be in the third wave to the upside, and this would be a 1-2 setup. It would be the weirdest 1-2 setup I've ever seen. It's not impossible, but because it is so unlikely with this strong move down and basically this 95% retracement, my primary expectation is, and has already been in the last video, that we will make a lower low in 2. Just because also, if I now look on the lower level or the lower time frame, there is nothing bullish there. So this is clearly a 3-wave move to the upside since the low. So of course, you know what we are looking for when we come down like that. Let's say this is a 1-2 setup and we would now move up in 3 next. Then we would ideally want to see, so take that out, ideally we would want to see an impulse from the low to the upside. We don't see an impulse here, clearly not. This is a very, very clear 3-wave structure. So should we go up from here and break above the $312 level, then this would be a diagonal. But I'm really, really bored of looking at diagonals, because we've had a lot of diagonal patterns in the last few weeks, and some of them just didn't work out. So we just need to be careful with that. If you don't see let's say a proper impulse and you only see diagonal patterns, then this is always a sign that things could go wrong, because they can very easily be interpreted as corrective waves ABC, and we would come down from here. The problem that we at the moment have on various crypto charts, it's the uncertainty that you see in the market. We have 3 waves up, but also the move down isn't really impulsive. So you have corrective move up, a corrective move down that is a bit ambiguous, it's a bit unclear. Again, should we move up from here and break that $312 level, then I think we could actually reach the $380 range, which is not bad, but it would just be in line with a diagonal pattern, yeah? So basically ABC, ABC, or WXY, ABC, ABC, and ABC up. So you have then a 5-wave move to the upside, which would indicate a trend change and would indicate that we are in a 3rd wave, but it would all be within the scope of a diagonal pattern. So you get 5 waves up, but each of these subwaves is a corrective price structure. And then we could be in the 3rd wave to the upside already, and this would then be the 1st wave of the 3rd. And that could take us to around $380 based on that. Or maybe not quite that high. Let me just double check that. Depends on how low we go as well. Yeah, no, if we look at sort of the 200% extension, $380, maybe even the 2.618 extension to 440. So there's quite a bit of a range there where we could move up to, but for that we need to break above the $312 level. That is not primary expectation at this stage, because we only have 3 waves up, very clear 3 waves up. And unless I see a move above $312, I'm going to focus here more on the downside, but please be aware that this possibility exists to move higher. Because we haven't broken that support yet, but it's just unlikely. Yeah, we basically have touched that support level so often that we'll get brittle at some point and we should break down. And then we would come down in an extension here of the wave 2, just to the downside, maybe into the region 220 to 240. What happens if we break below $220? Nothing significant, nothing bearish really. Well, short-term bearish it would be. But then we would have here just another extension to the downside that could take us into the region between $60 and $100 for a new low. There would be quite a substantial drop. I don't see that at the moment. Also, that, to be very honest, that would not be bearish. That would not be overall bearish, because if you look at this overall BNB chart, this has been holding so well. and it has dropped much less than other coins. So I mean, we without a problem we could come down, we could come down to the $83 level. Yeah, for example, the 88.7% fib level. Some cryptos are there. For example, if we look at the fib levels alone, Solana is down here, yeah, even below the 88.7. ADA is just hovering around the 88.7 fib level. Ethereum is just above the 78.6. So BNB is holding so well. So that means even if it drops lower, even if it loses the June low, there wouldn't be anything overall higher level bearish on this chart. So that's why I say this is actually one of the best charts in crypto. Short term, there's a bit of, distortion, and it's a bit strange with this strong decline, but that was obviously triggered to a degree also due to the FTX issue. But yeah, this current price action here doesn't really give me a lot of confidence for a move to the upside. It's possible, but primarily I'm focusing here on the downside. But you know that if we break above 312, we can focus carefully on bullish, maybe all the way up to $380. Okay, and that's my update about BNB. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.